Hey folks, Sam Wenzel here, and I'm wondering, what's the deal with Speal?
Welcome to What's the Deal with Speal. My name is Shane Speal, and this is my little library office. Test. 1, 2, check. Today I'm going to show you how to make an electric echo microphone. If you remember, in my book, Making Poor Man's Guitars, I showed you how to make a beer can microphone. An old beer can, some mason jar lids, and a bunch of other stuff. If you want to know how to make that, get the book. It's at stubbyslide.com. I have autographed copies. Or if you're shopping at CBGs, just get a regular copy there and add it to your next order. Check this out. This is one of those toy echo microphones. You know, without electricity, kids take these and go, yeah, la, la, la. And it has a little echo in there. Well, I'm going to show you how to electrify one of these with a CBGs piezo disc and make something that actually this would be kind of cool to have in a home recording studio. Calling Tokyo. I even gave one as a gift to my son this past Christmas because he's a hip-hop producer and he's always looking for weird and unusual textures. Here's a secret for you. I have found these on Amazon Prime for only like a little over $2 a piece. 6 for $13. You could get 6 of these and make a whole bunch and sell them at your next craft fair. So let me show you what this echo mic is first so we know how to hack it. I cut it open here so you can see what's on the inside. Echo mic, echo mic. And what it has is a little reverb spring here. Just a very floppy spring. But then it connects to this diaphragm in there. And the diaphragm is very thin plastic. It's even thinner than a red Solo cup. So as you speak down into here, it excites this diaphragm and gets the spring going, and that's what gives you your reverb. Now, an easy way to hack this and turn it into an electric microphone is to take one of these. It's a CBGs piezo disc. Now, Gitty also has these pre-wired. You can even buy these with the guitar jack pre-wired onto there if you're not into soldering. The whole idea of this is to take one of these piezo discs, flatten it out there, and you put a little bit of super glue right there, and you super glue it on the underside of the diaphragm, just like that. That is what electrifies this whole thing. You've noticed I put the jack way up high on the mic. And you would think that I would put it down low here. Well, there's a reason that it's up high. You see how the mic is tapered down? Well, if I were to put it here, the depth of this jack and the guitar cord coming in would end up hitting the spring right there. And you don't want it to hit that spring. You want that spring to ring free. So I made sure to keep that jack high. When it's up here, the cord and everything clears the spring. First of all, I cut a small hole just big enough for the guitar jack. And to cut it, I actually used my wood burning pen. And I just melted the plastic with a wood burning pen. Did a real nice clean job. Then I put the piezo disc and I super glued it to the diaphragm. I wired it to a guitar jack. And then I just put a jack plate on there and connected it. Now there's a couple different ways you can do jack plates. For the one that I started here, I used a piece of plastic. Actually, this is drum wrap. And I used that as my jack plate. For this one, it has a chrome jack plate. And in order to make it work with this mic, I had to bend it a little. But that also works well too. I have a couple screws. I took this off just for the video. But it works just as well. Now, in the beginning of this video, I ran this microphone through my trusty old Roland Microcube amp. This is the greatest little amp in the world. And I added a little delay on there, a little slapback, so you could hear the mic and know that it was electrified. Let me show you what I was doing. Test. 1, 2, 3. Now, without the delay, it sounds like this. Now, this is a feedback machine. This will feedback a lot. However, if you're doing recordings and you're going straight into the board, It's a great little thing to use. And if you just want to have a little fun on stage with something really weird, you could use this too. Are you lonesome tonight? The one thing I would suggest is to paint these. Do you miss me tonight? So that's the whole project. You just hack one of these toy microphones, you put a piezo disc on the diaphragm on the inside, and add a guitar jack. What do you think? Do you have additional ideas you could add to this? I've blogged about it over at cigarboxguitars.com. Look for the article and leave a comment in there. I'd love to know your ideas. Today, we're going to revisit something that I started to work on back in 2017. It was a project I was working with Gitty on with his tone distiller switching unit. Now, the tone distiller is a knob you can put on your guitar, your cigar box guitar, that boosts different ranges of tone. It'll either boost a high range, mid range, bass. Mid boost, there's your blues tones. And it's very similar to the Variatone switch on B.B. King's Lucille guitar. Now, I thought to myself, what a cool little product, but I would like to use it for a lot of different electric cigar box guitars, because it's great with magnetic pickups. So I came up with this. This is the tone box. I wanted to create a cool little cigar box effects pedal using the tone distiller. I wanted it to kind of look Mad Max-ish, and I think I got it. You know, between the Strat jacks turned upside down to the knob. So here's the tone box. So let's start with the casing. This is a small cigar box that really wouldn't work for a guitar or anything else. Usually I save these for amps, but I thought this was the perfect size for this unit. I torched the box with a butane torch to give it a whiskey barrel look to it. Here you can see all the holes that I had cut out for all the parts we're going to use. The parts start out with the tone distiller unit. I also used the Strat style jack plates. I turned them upside down. I used some metal corners, a battery compartment, and a chicken head knob. I've compiled all the parts needed on the page cbgitty.com/tonebox. You can go there and pick up all these parts and put this together. The tone distiller is shipped with input and output wires, where you're supposed to put it between the magnetic pickup and the volume knob of a guitar. Well, the way for me to hack this was to put guitar jacks on both the input and output. That way, I could plug a signal in from a guitar and then have it sent out to an amp. A couple other details. I took an old paintbrush and I took some black spray paint and sprayed it and then dabbed it onto the chrome parts. That made them look old and aged, which matched the burnt wood of the box. I also used guitar tuner screws to mark the 5 positions of the tone distiller switch. It gave that extra cool little look to it. The tone distiller runs off a 9-volt battery, so I made sure I put a CBGs battery compartment on the side. It worked perfectly. So let's hear how this sounds. It starts out with true bypass. It is turned off right now. If I do on the first click here, that boosts the ultra highs and gives you a harpsichord sound.
Please hang up and try again.
I'm just going to cut to the chase and go and show you something really cool. I'm going to go full psycho on the hottest distortion it has. Okay, so that is full out and it's on true bypass. But here is the magic. The first switch, number 1, through the psycho knob full blast, gives me the Spirit in the Sky tone. Okay, we've got the treble boost. Mid mid boost. There's your blues tones. And then the bass boost, which is just nice full body.
Please hang up and try again.
So get all the parts at cbgitty.com/tonebox. And if you want the distortion, also look for CB Gitty's Psycho Knob. That will give you the distortion.
How we looking? We good? Yeah. Hey, the shirt is from guitarrags.com. The Cigar Box Guitar playing skeleton. It's over at guitarrags.com. So, have you been checking out cigarboxguitars.com? I've been adding so many instruments in the Cigar Box Guitar Museum and putting all their details over there. This is one of the ones I just showed off. This is the one string diddly bow with numbers going up the side. Pretty soon I'll be adding this one. This Cigar Box guitar was found inside an abandoned car in Virginia. And remember, anybody that comments on any of the articles over at cigarboxguitars.com between now and Valentine's Day 2022 is eligible to win this, the original test guitar for the CB Gitty Bucker pickup. It's got one of the original Gitty Buckers in there, volume and tone. Somebody's going to win this. The only way to enter is to go over to cigarboxguitars.com and comment on one of the articles. That's all. So that's the deal with Speal. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.